Ladies and gentlemen, do I have something special for you? Now, I am a big Doom fan. Okay, alright, thanks Windows. Doom. Anyway, as I was saying, I am a big Doom fan. You know, I ran 2 competitions, I played multiple WODs and stuff like that. But I've referenced this sometimes. Now, there was a Doom comic that got released in '96, and I think I've never read it on stream. I'm gonna read this comic for you. Now, some info about this comic. This was released in '96. Steve Belling and Michael Stewart and Tom Grindberg did the artwork for this. But it was made for Marvel Comics. I'm reading off the Doom wiki here, but you know, this is a really weird one. This is one of those you know, tie-in comic books that just appear sometimes. I know like The Simpsons had a weird comic book. Obviously Sonic, but that's a long-running comic book. And I think there's 2 different comic books from Sonic. It's like one in the UK, I think, and one in America. I might be totally wrong about that, but yeah, that thing apparently trailed off into its own thing. More than 2, and that is a 3rd one. Yeah, oh my god. But anyway, as I said, this is the Doom comic, and quite infamous in how much artistic freedom it takes on the source material. But then again, Doom is a game that is basically you are, you know, John Stalvern, and you kill demons a lot, you know. So they didn't have a lot to go off. You know, I'm not like an extreme super fan of Doom. I can't really like say I ever read the instruction manual to the thing, but I'm gonna suppose that maybe the shareware came with like a little note saying, "You are Doom man. You kill demons." I don't know, but I heard some fun things about the Doom book. Like somebody wrote a novel about it and took some really crazy like liberties about it. They it's like it starts off with Doom guy playing like cards or something. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, something like that. Also, it was the 32nd birthday of Doom this past 10th. Okay, well there we go. Can you put a voice filter on a button to voice the demons? I have like so much shit in my apartment right now. I have my cornflakes mic like somewhere here. So it's going to be raw audio. Okay, we're going to play like Doom music to it. But it's going to be raw as fuck, okay? No effects, no nothing, no Hollywood treatment. This is basic meat of the Doom comic. Joel is older than Doom. I think we're almost the same age, I would say. So I'm reading off the thing here, and it says the story is based on that of Doom and Doom 2. It's set on Earth, though it uses the name of the first episode of Doom. It rolls around a Marine without a helmet, wearing an armor similar to the Doom 2 cover Marine, searching for powerful weaponry in order to defeat a cyber demon. The strip includes many well-known Doom monsters, including zombies, imp demons, cacodemons, and specters. Several of the weapons from Doom and Doom 2 are featured, including the chainsaw, super shotgun, chain gun, plasma gun, and the BFG 9000. In the comic, the super shotgun replaced the original shotgun. It does not appear to be a sawed-all as it does in the game. The comic was not originally very well received, and it was quietly forgotten for nearly 5 years after its release. Yeah, it sucked. No, listen. I don't have a lot of comic books. I have like one of those, I like the heavy metal magazines, and I have like very old Spider-Man comics. But something I realized, I think when I like got my first comic book, I'm like, it's this short? You know, because it's like an artist is drawing and, you know, there's a guy inking and stuff like that. But it's like, that's not a lot of pages. So you keep like rereading the same thing, you know? But I used to buy comic books at the grocery store. It was like Ultimate Spider-Man. And it was like the one where he fought like Venom for the first time. It was like a retelling of the origin or something. But, you know... And I remember, let's talk comic books here for a second. I remember in the grocery store, they sold this one character, like X-13, the super spy. And I always like had to shut my eyes because it was like borderline pornography. It was always like some pin-up shit. And I'm like, oh, because I was like, Mom, I want a comic book, you know? And she's like, you're not buying those. All right. And I also remember the Donald Duck comics too, you know. But Maybe they weren't as naughty as I remember, but I remember like, oh my god, shield my innocent eyes. The first comic I owned had sex in it. X-23, that's what it was. Yeah. But let's see here. When I was a child, Donald Duck comics were very popular. I've told this story before, and I know you guys maybe when I upload this on YouTube, and you're like, okay, you shut the fuck up. I'm not here to listen to anecdotal like stories about comic books, but it is what it is here, ladies and gentlemen. But I have a funny fucking story. So Donald Duck stuff was huge in Sweden. I think it is probably, but in the very late 90s, very early 2000s, this is like just on the cusp of the internet. The subscription comic book companies would call home families that they saw like a check mark that does this family have children, and they would call you home, and they would like say, hey, we are like the Donald Duck Corporation, we are from Disney TM, and we were wondering like, would you put a subscription of 1 year for this amount of money? It's a huge steal. You're basically robbing us. You get like all these comic books every month. And I really like Donald Duck, right? So what happened was my mom answers the phone, and I hear it from the kitchen. You're like, hello, we are from the Donald Duck Corporation. We'd like to... And I immediately go, yes, mom, please, mom. And I just hear from my mom, no, he hates Donald Duck. Mom! No! Being telemarketed by Donald Duck is crazy. Yeah, Seinfeld skit. No, but here's the thing too. My mom would equally be scammed because like a bunch of like vacuum cleaner companies would call us, and when my mom answered, it would be the same thing, but in the inverse, that my dad would be in the background yelling like, she doesn't want any. She's like, but that sounds like a good deal. She hates vacuum cleaners. Did I ever tell you guys about when my mom won a contest for a vacuum cleaning company to come home to our place? Again, this is like anecdotal story time, TM. But did I ever tell you guys the story where like, I think I might have, but I'll retell it anyway. So anyway, she won some sort of corporate contest where like Super Sucks 5000 would come home to your house for like 7 hours and demo how good this vacuum cleaner was. If you ever seen the Always Sunny in Philadelphia thing, where like, it's like they're demoing a vacuum cleaner and they're pouring wine on a mat or a rug and like, see how good it sucks? That's what they did back at our place. Like there was just some man in a suit that came home and like poured like wine on a fucking like test demo mat and be like, see how good this is? Here's the thing though. Just because you won doesn't mean that you get it. So get this. After 7 hours of the guy actually having to eat dinner with us, because it took so damn long, it's like I spent an entire day just, and eventually like, okay, end of tour. And then the big question is in the air. Now it's only available for $2,500. And my mom had no idea that you had to buy the fucking thing. You win a demonstration. And let me tell you something. I have never laughed so hard because it's so, I hate to use this word, cringe. But my mom was like, that's a little too pricey. I gotta be honest. And having to like kind of shove a guy out of your house and be like, no, we don't want it. But then she felt bad because it was like 7 hours of nothing. And then he was like, that's all right. We don't get a lot of sales these days. And we would really appreciate if you could, like he was starting to almost beg. Like he didn't expect a no, because surely 7 hours, my mom would have been like, does this cost? She never asked anything. And I remember how awkward it was. He had to like almost moonwalk out of the thing. So we lived on the upper floor. He had to be like, okay, bye now. Thanks for listening to my demonstration. And she went, bye. Okay, maybe in the future, you know. Yeah, surely. Bye. Bye bye. Bye. Yes, see you too. You know, and I remember when the door was closed, she's like, oh fuck. God damn, man. Why? Oh man. But yeah, you should make a song about a vacuum cleaner demonstration. You have the power. Get fucked, scammer. Seriously, what the fuck was up with that? Like, it's one of those memories that randomly unlocks in my head, and I think, why would they do that? Why would they do that? That's a horrendous business strategy. Either you set up the thing where you win it and you get it, like, but like separately. What the fuck? But 60s ass problems. It's very old school. It's very, very old school. So actual dog shit business. Joel, did you have the Greenschmiel? I don't think that's available in Sweden. I'm sure it'll be available in like 9 years afterwards, where people go like, whoa. It's like when the, what was it called? The Grimace meal? Grimace shake or whatever? You know, that was like a forced thing where people like embraced, like, whoa, McDonald's. It's like the Szechuan shit. I don't trust no fucking Ronald McDonald. Fuck off. Alright? I keep it old school. I keep it Burger King. I hate Burger King. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Doom comic. I'm sorry that I yapped a bunch about whatever. But we're going to be reading this. And lo and behold, it is 16 pages, so this might go very quick. But it also segues. This is not just me reading the Doom comic. This has a point to it, ladies and gentlemen, because this will also be featuring a WOD that is based on this comic that transforms Doom into the Doom 96 comic. So we're going to be checking that out too. But for now, we're going to go right into the quote-unquote meat of the comic. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty excited because I might have seen this on stream, but I have never actually read it. So here we go. Check this out. Isn't that lovely? Wow. Consider yourself warned. This book contains scenes of graphic violence. Knee deep in the dead. Okay, what's up with the chain gun here? It looks like Campbell's soup. That I mean, I'm not a gun expert here, but that looks wrong. I kind of want to fix this and like add the other barrels, but it's a metal drum. It's a barrel with a hole in it. You know. You know what I love about this comic book too? The very start of this screen. It says, warning, don't look. And here's the zombie having its brains completely splattered out. So what are you going to notice first? The warning or the brains being exploded? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. All right. Well, anyway, here is the comic. But I'm going to see if I can actually do this. Can I use OBS to kind of zoom in stuff as I show this on screen? Okay. Tell you what we're going to do. I'm just going to like pull up the actual image beside this. And we're just going to read this. Okay, here we go. So it starts off with Doom Guy fucking fisting an imp. Saying, dynamite! And it says, who's a man and a half? I'm a man and a half. Berserker packing man and a half. There's nothing wrong with you that I can't fix with my hands.
Written by Steve Bodybag Bailing and Michael Splatter Stewart. Art and coloring designed by Tom Gallows Grindberg. Lettering by Ed Dead Fear. Edited by the Slaughterhouse 3. Based on Id's Doom and Doom 2. Special thanks to Mike Widowmaker Wilson and the crew at id Software. Big thanks to Tony Killer Key at GT Interactive and Allison Gargle Jill at Marvel New York City. Justin Massacre McCormick, Jeremy Kidney Cove. What is this? Treehouse of Horror from The Simpsons? Lisa Instant Lobotomy Leatherman, Dana Machete Morsehead, and Bob Intern Proder all had something to do with the creation of this blood fist. And in the fine print at the very bottom it says, Doom, copyright 96, Interactive Software, yeah.
This is Doom 2 likeness of traders of id Software, all rights reserved. Printed in Canada! Oh, man. It's one of these smut comics, I guess. Well, anyway, here's the first page, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the first page, and again, I wish there was a better way to like read this for you guys, but we're just gonna have to rock and roll this. But okay, here we go. I'm cooking with gas. I got a handful of vertebrae and a head full of mad. Yeah, that's your spinal cord, baby. Dig it. Who's the man? I'm the man. I'm a bad man. How bad? Real bad. I'm 12-0 on the 10 scale of badness. Don't need a gun. Guns are for wusses. What's that? What's that? I like what I see. An important looking door. Knock, knock, who's there? Me. This will be supplied with Joey sound effects. I gotta say the bottom right is awesome because look at his foot. Like, I can't draw at all, but it looks like he's doing the can-can. So the 10-year-old's power fantasy. Isn't that all comic books, though? Alright, this is lovely. You know what I love about this comic book, too? Like, what's the one defining trait of Doom Guy? That doesn't talk. Fuck that, we're immediately gonna, like, contradict that, but, oh yeah, this is it! This is it, baby! Me. Cyber Demon, big deal. He's some pickings. Rip and tear, rip and tear, rip and tear, rip and tear your guts. You're huge. That means you have huge guts. Rip and tear. Ooh, here comes the night train. Choo choo boogie, choo 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 choo. Oh my. Berserker pack's gone. Feeling of invincibility over. Change your plans. I do need a gun. I need a big gun. I need a really big gun. Okay, this is so fucking good. Now the rip and tear thing, where's that come from? It's like, it's not from the original game, is it? Is the rip and tear thing memed into creation? Okay, because you know we talk about rip and tear nowadays with the new Doom games. Does it stem from here? It must be, right? It's like this comic book is like well known and memed on, but I think it's here. I think it's here. So that, like, we have this. I never knew Doom Guy was this insane. Well, it takes some artistic liberties, you know. Doom Guy even says guts, huge guts, and eternal. I always assumed it was maybe not from here. Maybe it's like some sort of final Doom level or something, some anecdotal piece of like flavor text or something. But tear, like tear. Oh, sorry. Mari Diogo has a big problem with my pronunciation as well. I apologize. I am not a native English speaker, and in fact, I shouldn't be talking at all. But sometimes I see words and I read them more phonetically. What's on screen? But do you want a link to the unofficial dub of this with over-the-top acting? Oh, so my acting isn't, like, crazy enough? Mario Diego says, I4 and 2, haha. Well, I'm gonna keep saying tear then. Tear. What's the difference? Okay, well, let's see here. The next page. This is great, Okay, and the next one. Check this out. This is wonderful. This is so damn wonderful, man. Look at that gore. Yeah, zombies with guns. Not big guns, but they are guns. And I need guns. Chainsaw, the great communicator. Allow me to communicate my desire to have your guns. Come here, boys. I got something to say. The guy on the bottom right is awesome, okay? Actually, they're all great. Look at the bottom left guy. He couldn't give a fuck. He's embracing like, yeah, okay. I mean, I know they're meant to be like mindless zombies, but... Oh, this is lovely. Chainsaw, the great community. It's very Evil Dead, is it not? Right? Okay, well, here we go. Here's the next one. I'm absolutely loving this. All right, now here's the next one.
Got a gun. Need a bigger gun. Moving right along. Dark. Might makes light. And I feel mighty.
This is providing Joey sound effects. All right. So it's more like a Chinese firecracker, but you know, we get it done. We're working with a budget here. All right. Here's the next page, and
Groovy.
that they straight up just took Ash from Evil Dead and said, no. Okay. Look at that fucking guy.
Okay. At this particular moment in time, I don't believe I have a healthier or more deeply felt respect for any object in this universe than this here shotgun.
He looks like he's about to fuck it. He's gonna have sex with that shotgun, man.
Groovy.
This is awesome, man. This comic book style, like it reminds me of the X-Men or something. I don't know. I guess I'm not a big comic book guy, but I mean, for what I like the style of this. You know, it's very X-Men, yeah, like 90s Marvel. Rob Liefeld. Is Rob Liefeld the guy who like drew Captain America with like huge boobs, like huge pecs that looked like he looked like a monster?
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah.
I gotta ask you guys that are into comic books, was Rob Liefeld? I mean, I know he's like infamous online these days because he's known to be like the epitome of 90s like style, but in the 90s when he was getting work and etc, was he as hated, or was it okay at the time? Like did the sort of dislike for his style, TM, come later? Because I feel like that's what everybody was doing at the time. He was pretty popular. I mean, he was getting work consistently, so you know, certainly not as hated as today. That's what I figured. Okay, well, next one here. Here's the next page. We're about to be almost halfway through this, by the way, so that's how short a comic book really is. And as you can see here...
Hey, chain gun, to hell with respect.
Okay.
Gimme, come on, gimme. Ho ho, I'm the big boy, packing 80 pounds of heavenly joy. Now this is a good big gun, not the big gun, but...
Like, he keeps talking about like violence and these guns like it's oddly sexual. He's a nut. I like him. And it gets worse. It gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this.
Turn my back, that was stupid. Stupid imp. You're stupid, and you're gonna be stupid and dead. Dance, bone daddy.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. The chain gun looks really, really weird, but that's awesome. Look, he's like nerves exploding into like Swiss cheese. That's awesome.
Butter.
So the face is Chris from the Resident Evil 1 cover art. So that why chain gun has penis tip. Penis. Okay, this is fantastic. Okay, and the next page. Okay, and Doom Guy has now collected the chain gun, and now he's on the move here. Check this out.
Oh yeah. Dig the prowess, the capacity for violence. I'm the man, I'm super bad. Imps, zombies, you can get me. Wait, maybe they don't think. Well, I do, and I think you're dead. Dead. Lord Almighty, I feel my temperature rising. What's that? Ooh, baby, I'm burning out of control.
Wow. Doom Guy sounds so goofy in this comic. I mean, he's like... He's just... Dude, it's awesome.
Who's it?
I'm glad Doom Guy doesn't talk in game. I don't give him any ideas.
My name is Doom Guy.
You know, Doom Guy Origins. Well, I guess that would be Doom Dark Ages. But by the way, I said this during the Game Awards show. I didn't dislike Doom Dark Ages. I just think it was inferior to Doom Eternal. I think Doom Eternal was like the best. And I felt it was kind of like a downgrade. You know, I felt they had it a little tighter in Eternal. But it's not a bad game, but you know, it's just one of those games where like you either are into it or not, and just incidentally that day I'm like, I might play a bit more of it. But it's a nice game if you like work at a steel mill and you come home and you crack your knuckles and you crack open a beer and you sit down on the sofa and go, yeah, go play some Doom. You know, so I suppose, but not a bad game. But I think Eternal was a little bit better. You know. Anyway, next page here. But we get to experience all of this later on, okay? Because the Doom comic gets a wad. And it goes, ooh, ooh. And then it goes, and it goes, bad monster. And it goes, yeah, radioactive waste burns, stinks. Get off, come. I have always been a big enthusiast of machine gun sound effects. When we played a game called War as kids, you know, when you go to the wood crafting thing at school and you get a stick and you like make it into a vague minigun or whatever, everybody else went bang, 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 and I was like, no, the machine gun goes like that. They're like, but we can't make that noise. I'm like, try, damn it! This is meant to be a Hollywood production, man. Fuck. And it go boom. This is gun sound effects, man. You can't just go bang, bang, bang. And it really pissed me off when we played War and there was some kid with a fake, you know, toy AK-47 and he went zoom, 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 zoom. I'm like, no, damn it. Fuck. God damn, it's fucking raining. War kindergarten rules. Alright, and the madness continues here, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. Look at that.
Who do you suppose left all that radioactive waste out here? And why? Why? Now I'm radioactive. That can't be good. Why can't we find a way to safely dispose of radioactive waste
and protect the environment? This alien invasion. What kind of planet will we be leaving to our children? Our children's children and all the humanity!
The humanity! My big gun is out of bullets. I can't believe it! Better believe it, soldier! The only thing I believe is I need another gun. No guns here. Teleporter, pad, I'm gone!
I love that it's a random PSA where, like, Doom Guy has this epiphany of like, my goodness, we should recycle. We don't recycle, we end up Satan, you know? Damn. It's very alien with the ammo counter on the side too. Okay, well this is lovely. Okay, and now the next page. Check this out. Wow, I can't see where this story goes.
Alright then! I'm all about that plasma rifle. And baby, it's all about me. Sweet Christmas! Big mouth floaty thing it's always something.
And he just Supermans that shit.
Ooh, I like it. The sugar sweet kiss of a heavy ordnance. Aha, I'm cooking with plasma. Now we're in the big leagues.
By the way, you know what we sound like? We sound, you know, I've denied this in the past, but I'm a cusp of becoming Hellbiker from SMT3.
Goddamn Minora! Ooh, yeah!
You know. Well, so he can't stop talking, he just falls over dead. Alright, the next one. Here we go, flip the page. We have 3 pages after this, I believe. Oh my god, this is delightful, this is not. I should read more comics for you guys.
Wow, now I'm in a completely different place. More stupid radioactive waste, and with my luck, some creature's probably... A specter! Invisible son of a... Stinky specter! Gonna get what you deserve. I'm blowing up everything in here. Blew up that specter real good.
See, that's how you save on ink. You make your monsters invisible. Look at that little effect. Is this early Photoshop? You see the specter in the bottom left? I think that's like abstract filter, mosaic or something. I don't think they drew anything. They just slapped a filter on there. It kind of reminds me when you play like Mortal Kombat 3 and you can tell that Midway just found out what Photoshop was because they keep adding swirls to everything. Filter, swirl, zoop, you know. So it's a penis. Okay, he's naked. Alright, next page. Okay, Doom guy is getting a move on here. This is actually third to last, so here we go. Oh man, it's getting real gory now.
I've had really just about all I can take. There, the most beautiful sight any soldier can behold. The gun. The big gun.
And then...
Hail to the chief. You want a piece of me? Come on, come at me with it. Oh yeah, do you get it now? Papa's got a brand new bag.
By the way, there's some absolute delightful cheese here. If you take a look at this right here, this guy has been skeletonized below the neck, clean, like a fucking Kentucky Fried Chicken. Dude, they picked him clean. And that's just... Okay. That's awesome. Full boner activation. And there's other great stuff here too. I mean, there's a bunch of skulls, but my favorite out of this whole comic page is right here. This flaming... Not Revenant. I'm not sure what this is, but hang on. This guy is just a delight. This guy is a delight. Look at him. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, this flaming skeleton is... Wow. He's bad. Okay, well, next page. I can't wait to see how this ends. This is great. Could you believe this was received badly? I mean, this is as good as it gets.
Death surrounded me. Yet in my head, I hear something that sounds like angels. Lo, and I found the holy grail of firepower. Mine eyes can't but weep as they bear witness to the majesty, the BFG 9000. As I stride knee-deep through the dead, all is clear, I know. What must be done? My cause is just, my will is strong, and my gun is very, very large.
By the way, I like that the guy without the neck, his neck is like squirting out like a fountain. That's lovely. Doom guy's pose is so awesome in the top left. It's like I can hear the oh, you know. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the last page. The last page. Here we go. Here's the last one. How does it end? How does this crazy shit end? Well, I'll tell you. Oh my god. Scant seconds later.
Let loose your volley of death, cyber demon. You struggle in vain.
He goes.
Righteousness and superior firepowers triumphed. The filthy beast is no more. Victory is mine, yet Earth remains besieged by creatures unspeakably foul. It will take a strong man to bring the light to freedom back to this planet. A strong man with the biggest, baddest gun in the world. Amen to that. Frittata.
I like how the cyber demon in the bottom right, he's just two booties. Okay? It's like the scale is off here. Wow. This is
you slumber, you cucumber. You nappa, you get slappa.
Why is Nick Cage here? You honest to fucking God, if Nick Cage gave his Nick Cage-isms, the Ghost Rider, Wicker Man shit, to its full, like, care, he could totally pull this off. Honestly. People thought this was bad. Dude, what the fuck? What kind of comic book? If this was bad, what were they reading that was good? Watchmen. About some Smurf that blows up like a owl or something. Gives a shit. What's his villain's name? Ozempic? Ooh, we made a tentacle monster doesn't live to distract from nuclear war. Stuff like that! Give me a guy that's in love with this gun. Blows up a skeleton, you know? Hollywood. Okay, well, overrated garbage like Killing Joke, I bet. I wanna show my dad a bunch of like comic books that I like personally, but the problem is they're in English, and I feel like he would just look at the pictures. Maybe I can do story time for my dad and be like, "This is what Batman said here." Okay, I like that he has those shoulder braces on the BFG. Yeah, it's how it's meant to be, I believe. You know. Does he not know English? Of course he does, but it's like, you gotta context some things, you know, there's words that is, you know, show him absolute what's absolute Batman? You know, this kind of activated some dark desire within me. I had a lot of fun reading this comic book for you guys. I mean, I'm not a voice actor, technically, but, you know, just reading through this cheese was actually kind of fun. But, maybe I should do it more in the future, man. Because it's basically stories, you know, you just do yourself, you know. There's a FNAF ref in a Batman comic, no joke. Batman, but it's fucking unhinged and insane. Absolute Batman kicked a toddler into the ocean, not even joking. Well, you see, what Batman was trying to do, he was trying to create another superhero. Like, 30 years later, that superhero is gonna be like, you know,
The darkness kicked me into the bottom of the ocean. Now I am Sponge the Boy.
Let's see here. Joker looking like Satan. You need to see a picture of this. Please link me up a picture of this. I need to see what the fuck you're talking about. They made Joker into a monster. Do you guys remember when DC Comics released like a fetish book with Harley Quinn? And they said it's a joke. It's a joke. Joke comic. Smells like gauze. Alright, we're Crimson Raid. Here we go. So here's an actual comic. Are you... What the fuck is this? Oh my god!
Cut you into. Will you stop? Man, I'm just a kid, you can't.
What's context? What's the context? What is the context of Batman doing this? Get kicked. The baby was evil. Context, he hates kids. Team Rocket's blasting off again! Just silly Batman things. He gave him a life jacket. Oh yeah, I just noticed. He also roundhouse kicked a guy enjoying ice cream. I like the idea that Batman has some like problems in his head, where like, because like all superheroes, they're kind of fucking like insane at their core, because what they're doing is they're dressing up in like leather, so they have a fetish, and they're also criminals because they're doing vigilante shit, right? So having Batman actually be crazy because he's a billionaire that has too much money and he just buys his superpowers, right? Making him crazy would actually be very like appropriate. Like, he has very, 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 like, strange habits. I mean, he literally, Bruce Wayne, spoilers, but Bruce Wayne, who is the Bat of Man, he lives in a mansion and he can't cook for himself. And he has a 100-year-old butler wipe his ass on the toilet every day. Like, he's got a man, like, slave that just like, Master Bruce, did you enjoy your dinner? Would you like a wipey of the bum?
No, Alfred.
Would Master want a napkin after his fap time?
Not now.
Batman bib. Would Master enjoy early beddy buys with some Alfred milk?
Yes.
As Albert said in Arkham Origins, you're a billionaire with a trust fund and too much anger issues. What if, hear me out, I mean, every single thing in comic book stuff has been done to death, right? I'm wondering if there's a comic where Batman gives it up because he's literally over it. Like, his you know, I am vengeance. All that shit, he's like, what am I doing? I live in a fucking mansion. Who cares? Like, I'm over it. Okay, my parents being dead, the Joker. Listen, whatever, man. Batman Beyond. Yeah, but yeah, I guess. Technically Batman Beyond. Wasn't that in the cartoon? He gave up and had a kid to do it. The Batman is actually poor. Here's the Joker. Okay, here's the Joker. Holy shit. Hey, what the hell? Hold up. This actually looks pretty cool. What the hell? Listen, you can do anything you want with these characters, but that kind of looks cool, actually. This kind of looks like something out of Spawn, though. It's very, what's the guy who made Spawn? That style. Todd, Bane is a building of meat. Seth MacFarlane. No. MacFarlane. That's a, yeah. Todd McFarlane, yeah. It's very that. By the way, I have to show you something before we move on to the WOD here. I'm gonna do a little bit of BRB before we do that. I have to show you something insane. I was watching the Spawn movie. From what year was it? And something fucking insane happened. Okay? Oh, okay, I found it. Okay. So this is from the Spawn movie from 97, which is a year after this comic book got released. So this is actually very appropriate, and they are both comic book based, but yeah. Anti-ball system! He cannot be kicked in the nuts! See that? Okay, that means that he's actually spotting a giant caucus. Okay, what is she kicking? She's trying to kick Spawn's balls. But Spawn has anti-testicular destruction technology. Or magic. He entered like Stone Cold Steve Austin at the beginning. What do you mean?
Spawn is ready.
Fuck, I watched the Spider-Man movie last night. And I gotta say, I prefer the first movie more. I know the second one is like better, but there's something about Willem Dafoe that I absolutely love.
You and I are not so different, Spider-Man.
I don't care for the third one, but the first one. You know what I love about the first one? Not a lot of like superhero movies do this, but it's like full power immediately, full Spider-Man, where like web, you know, wall climbing, all that shit. When he's in the school and he realizes like, oh, everybody else like sucks compared to me now, and then he's like figuring out like, what is my powers here? There's not like the entire movie is building towards becoming Spider-Man. At the very end, it's like, now I can shoot web, you know. It's like, fuck all that, Spider-Man right off the get-go. Too many movies do that for like, yeah, I'm Superman, but I have to learn to fly. That's what it was like for me when I watched Smallville as a kid. Like, I'm like, well, that's Superman. Why does he suck? And at the very end, like, okay, now we can get on with it. It took 66 like seasons, man, but whatever. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be right back. Sit tight. But that was the Doom comic, and we're gonna be following this up with the Doom Wad comic or Doom comic Wad. So yeah, I'll be right back. Sit tight, and we have more shit coming up. But that was really fun, really fun.